Technology is changing very fast in 2025. The earlier and faster you can learn this cybersecurity, the better it is for your career. Today, we are reviewing a tool called Tryhackme, which is a tool that's been found to be very helpful in helping people to learn cybersecurity very well and very easily. So today, in next 10 minutes, we are going to do a walkthrough of how Tryhackme works and how it can help you to enhance your cybersecurity skill within a very short time.
Today we are looking at Tryhackme, and Tryhackme, like I said, is a tool that is very, very efficient, and I consider it beginner friendly for learning, cybersecurity and the physics. And because the format they have is you can watch video on demand, you can read, and then you practice. So that tool makes it, or that format makes it very easy for people to learn. And they have a room where you can compete, no matter what you want to do, there's always a pathway within Tryhackme platform. So you can follow a pathway, you can learn modules. Maybe you just have a topic you want to get a very strong hold of. Maybe you want to just learn something, a tool in particular. You can learn module by module. You can learn pathway. Maybe you want to learn a pathway into becoming a junior pen tester or a SOC analyst. You can find the pathway there and learn with it. So this is the home page. Of course, anyone can learn cybersecurity Tryhackme, and that is truth. They really have beginner-friendly, courses or platform. So you have learn, compete, for education. So learn is basically where you can get hands-on trainings, you can use challenges, to reinforce your learning. So if you already learned something, you want to find a challenge that you can use to practice what you learned. Then you can get certified to verify your skills. That means you go through a program and then you take some tests, and then if you pass through, they give you a certificate. The certificate is becoming more recognized by the day. And then you can also do SOC simulator like practicals, maybe to for those who want to be into SOC analysis. You can simulate a SOC environment. But I need to say there's a free and a paid version. So, and I usually tell people that are just starting, just do the free. By the time you finish the free courses, you have a fundamental understanding of what you are learning. Then you can now easily make the best of the paid. But if you are not gone through the free and you pay, your money will finish while you are still trying to get hold of the free courses. I'm sure you won't have even finished the free courses before the money finish, except on very strange occasions. Most of us, some people can commit 24 hours to it if they are not doing any other thing else. But I just say the free version is enough to get your hands, stronger. And, you get going whatever you want to learn. So we have the learn, the compete. Compete is competitions. Maybe you want to do capture the flag, and they give you some challenges that you participate in, and then you get badges and reward. Or then they have for education. So you want to teach using this lab, so you can create a lab. Of course, that one is not free. So for example, like I'm doing, I can create a lab using their teaching platform, and then use that one to test, the students that are teaching what they want to learn. So it's a paid version. We will not do that yet. Then we have for business. So business, of course, they provide solutions for businesses too. And then pricing usually subscription. You can subscribe monthly. You can subscribe annually. But this is taking. Okay. Okay. So this is the learn. So you can see the learning part. So we have the premium and the free roadmap. So just select the free. You select the free, you see all the courses you can do on the free. So under the free, under cybersecurity basics, you have career, security principles, governance and regulations, cyber Q chain. So cyber Q chain is like a framework, that shows you how to go about, practice. But let's leave that for now. So these are the fundamental skills. Linux fundamentals, Python basics, common attacks. I think we checked out the common attacks that day. What is networking services. So you can see this green mark is because I've gone through all these things that you are seeing. They are free under the free platform. You can learn them. Junior security analyst intro, DFIR. So, like I said, we are going to be making use of this Tryhackme to kind of give us a curriculum to follow through, because I see that it can easily help us fast track, because they already structured the learning, so we can just pick it one after the other. And for example, this cyber keychain now, let me collapse it. Okay, you can see all under this cyber keychain. Okay, like I said, the framework for identification and prevention of network intrusions. So it's a framework. See all the tasks under this particular topic. So you just take it task one, you go through the task one. It has instructions with demo. You read through, then you practice. This one does not have. This one is just introduction. This task one is introduction. Then you move to the next reconnaissance. So it's because I didn't join this room. For you to be able to use this room, you have to first of all join the room. So each of these modules are like rooms. Stop this cyber kitchen is a room that you join. So if I join it, it will enable me to be able to answer this question. So like under this now, it's explaining what reconnaissance is, OSINT, open source intelligence, email harvesting. You go through it, answer the question, what is the name of the intel gathering tool? You can see. After that, I move to the next one. It talks about weaponization. What is weaponization? Payload, blah blah blah. Delivery. If you just talk about delivery, what is exploitation? Talk about it. Delivery questions answer. What is this installation? What are you installing? Command and control. If you remember when we talk about DDoS, we talk about command and control. It explains it, actions. So basically, this is how. But for you to join, you have to join the room, and it's when you go through everything. When you are done going through everything, that is when you can now. It will not give you. It will not show tick on this place. I've not joined this room now. If I click join the room now, it says to access material and start machines. Answer, you need to join the room. Now I've joined the room. You can see it's showing room progress here. So it will now be part of in my profile to show that I've joined this room and I'm taking this particular course. Okay. So if I finish it, sometimes what happens is that sometimes they have learning parts too. Let me show you the learning part. The learning part like this. So this is still under free. No, that's right. Okay, look at this SOC level 1 is a learning part. So under this learning part, there are different rooms. So as I complete this room now, when I complete this room, if this room is under this learning part, it will show that I've completed one of the rooms under this learning part. You can move me from 1% to 2% or 30%, whatever percentage that room makes of that learning part. So by the time I'm done with all the rooms that are under that learning part, I can now come and print out a certificate here for participating in this learning part. So, but essentially, it's just a way of tracking your progress. That's why you need to join the room. Because if you don't join the room, there's no way to track that you have completed that module. You understand? You will see the difference. And now that I've joined the room, you can see, if you notice the other time, I couldn't submit. This submit was not enabled before. But now, if I answer the question, I can submit. I can also spin up, if it's something that involves setting up a server, it will provide a server for me that I can activate and use. Answer the question, then we'll move to the next task. We'll go through it, explain in detail, test the tools, all the things that are involved under this room, then answer the question, submit, answer the question, move to the next task. So in 1 hour, we can complete a room. That is the way Tryhackme works. So on the Tryhackme, you can, for example, now, if you know the aspects, let me say the career aspect of cybersecurity you want to pursue, it will determine your learning path. Now, if you are thinking of becoming a penetration tester, you can follow this junior penetration learning path. If you open it now, you see under it, you see all the rooms there. But the thing with this learning path is some of the rooms you will not be able to use it because learning paths some of the courses here are free, some of them are not free. Okay. For example, under this junior penetration part now, this offensive security intro, it may be a free course, and this defensive will not be free. So if you do this one, if you are on the free platform, if you take this, you will not be able to, even if you take this one, you'll not be able to answer the question because you're on a free. You can see now it has taken me here. Although I've completed this room before, that's why it's showing like this. Otherwise, I will have to, complete it. So each of these, let me say, each of these courses, these topics that you are seeing, they are individual rooms like this cyber kitchen. Understand? Each of them has their own task, maybe like 10 or 15 tasks, depending on how big that topic is. So like this working an application now, it may have like 15 tasks under it. This content discovery may have like 10 tasks under it. This subdomain may have like 10 tasks, depending on how big it is. Do you understand? So it's I'm just introducing you to despite the fact that I have some background in cybersecurity. You know, there are some points where it gets difficult. I wish I had somebody that can ask, okay, how do we crush this aspect? So this is what this Excel class is going to be like. So that's why I took some time for the past 5-6 classes to do some fundamentals so that we can slim through. Go through this easily. One thing I advise is that always make sure that your internet is good.